Good morning. So listen, there's nothing wrong with you. Does that feel a bit funny? Just going, some of you go, of course there's nothing wrong with me. But yet there's some niggling doubt going on. And then others is just going, but there is something wrong with me, Sheena. And there's nothing wrong with your life. What does that bring up in you? I'm interested. When I say there's nothing wrong with you, what comes up for you? You can be honest and you can put it in here, or you can just say it in your head. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your life. There's nothing wrong with the world. What does that bring up in you? You see, if we think that there's something wrong with something, then there is. So let's start with yourself. You may think, yes, but Sheena, this and this and this, and this has happened to me, and this has happened to me, and I'm not so good at this, and I could be better at this, and I've tried this, and I haven't got what I wanted, and I'm in this relationship, and I don't like it, and I don't feel confident, and you've got all these things that you focus on that's not quite right. But what if everything was just perfect to teach you, to make you aware? Because there's nothing to teach you. You don't need to learn anything. Here's another one. You don't need to learn anything. But things bring into your awareness something you need to bring into your awareness. Haven't you ever had those light bulb moments when you've gone, go figure? Like with everything that I say, so many of you come back to me and just go, Sheena, it's like light bulb moments. I'm only sharing with you my light bulb moments, that's all, along this journey. And one of the things about more knowledge and learning more and being more is that I know nothing. I'm actually talking to you out of my ignorance, how little I do know. And you know what that is? That's my ego taking a crush. My ego thinking that I've got something to fix. My ego thinking I've got something to learn. My ego thinking that I'm getting better and better. When I was just born perfect, as I was, as I am, as are you. But if everything was perfect, because you cannot be hurt. But I am hurt, Sheena. You're still here, aren't you? You're still living. Who's breathing you right now? Who is it that these thoughts come to? Did you make up a thought? Did you, or did it just pop in your head? Did you create the feeling? Or did you just have a feeling? Were you aware of a feeling? I want you to think today, even if it's just for today, that everything is just perfect. There's nothing to fix. You see, the thing is, when we think that there's something to fix, we hold it in judgment, and holding it in judgment holds it in place. Now, this is backed up by science. You get what you expect. Schrodinger's cat showed us that experiment. It's a hypothetical experiment, but cat in a box, go check it out. And if you think the cat's alive in the box, the cat's alive. If you think it's dead, it's dead. But you didn't go in the box. So it is whatever it is you think it is. So if you think you've got problems, then guess what? You've got problems. If you think everything is just perfect, right the way it is, then it's perfect right the way it is. But do you feel the difference in how you feel? One feels heavy. I've got to fix. And one feels light. I'm going to tell you a conversation I'd had with somebody who thought that they were a devout Christian, because we all think that we're something. But then I say, well, do you practice Christianity? Yes. Well, do you worry, doubt, and fear? Well, yes. Well, then that's not practicing Christianity. Do you get it? Where did it say? I thought that you said that God sorted everything. So what are you worrying about? That's not trust, is it? It's not trusting God. So this guy was saying, Sheena, we were born in sin. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Do you understand what that meant in the Bible? I mean, what do I know? Like, I'm just studying the same material, but have a different viewpoint on it. Do you know what sin is? SYN means missing the mark. So being born in sin was just like, if you're sinning, it just means that you're not realizing you're missing the mark. That's all. You're missing the mark. You're missing the fact that you know that you're perfect, that you are pure love, that you are everything, that you are gorgeous, that you are brilliant and everything. And so the difference in that, thinking that you were born in sin, meant that you have to prove yourself throughout your life. Or being born in sin is that this is the separation and the duality, and all you have to do is remember who you are and that you're perfect. So you were actually born in perfection. It's just you think you're not, and that's the only sin. And actually, isn't that really funny to think that sinning is actually thinking that I'm not worthy? So all you have to do is remember that you are worthy and that it's okay and that you're brilliant and that you're beautiful. Good morning, Vivian, Adelera, Becky. You're all perfect. You were all beautiful. You were all gorgeous, and there's nothing to make up for. Haven't we all been trying to prove and prove and prove and prove how good we are when you're already good? Now, there's nothing to say that you can't go out and get the qualifications, run a fantastic business, do this, do that, do the other. But for God's sake, do it for the pure joy of it. Don't be doing it for I have to prove that I'm worthy. It's a whole different vibration. One is lack and one is abundance. Do you get it? Do you see the difference? And why do you want what you want? What's the sponsoring thought behind it? Well, I want the money to feel secure. Therefore, you're telling the universe, I'm insecure, and you're coming from lack. And that is behind everything that you try to get. And when there's nothing to get, like my ego's taken a huge knock because there's nothing that I'm doing. I'm the observer of perfection, of a story. But the thing is, I can choose the story. I can choose the story. I may have some backlash from previous stories as they catch up with me, but I recognize them now. The whole idea that you are responsible for everything that's happening to you, that you have called it upon yourself to create your own expansion, your own growth, to see your own amazingness. Think of it, for all the troubles, anything that you've been through, and you're out the other side, you've learned more about yourself and you're going, look at this, look at this, look at this. I didn't see that in me before. I remember one guy saying to me that he'd hated this guy who'd bullied him all his life, who'd bullied him in school. And for 20 years, he'd held on to this. And I just said to him, well, do you think you're a better person now because of that person? Oh, yeah, I'm this, 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 and this. He's made me this, 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 and this. And I went, there. Don't you think you should thank him? in that moment, 20 years of resistance and pain and anger went. Just like that. Just like that. You have the ability to do that for yourself. But here's the thing. If you could do it on your freaking own, you'd have bloody done it by now. It doesn't matter that you might listen to me every morning. This, me, I am not going to change you. Listening to me every morning isn't going to change you. I'm doing this for the pure joy of it. So I can shine a light on your greatness for you to see your greatness. Only if you could do it on your own, you'd have done it. You're not here to be on your own. You're not here to do anything on your own, and you're not doing anything on your own. I've got a webinar up there. Click on it and watch it because it might help fix you because you think you need fixing. Come with me on a journey where I'll show you you don't need fixing. Finally, there's no process. After you go through a process, you'll have no process. You'll not need any other program. You'll not need any other mentor. But you'll know that by being around people who are thinking the way we think, that you will grow and grow and grow and grow. I've got a whole group of people who are thinking this way. Can you imagine the conversations you have about possibility? You come on this journey because you need to, apparently, right now, so that you don't need anything anymore. You want it. You want to be around people who think like this, who talk like this. Watch the webinar, book a call. So you don't need anything anymore. Imagine living life knowing there's nothing you need. Imagine the release in that. Imagine there's no process except your own process, but you don't know how to get to your own process, do you? No, you don't. 97% of you, in fact, probably 99% of you watching this, you'll try to do it on your own, and you've tried to do it on your own, just like I did. The 1% can. Now you can keep trying, or you can find a quicker way. Come and join me and the people that are all doing the same thing and realizing that they're perfection itself. And when you find that peace inside first, then it doesn't matter what happens. But that's really funny because then life just happens. I mean, you're all working too hard, putting too much effort. That's what I realized. Oh my God, the effort that I put into my life before, and I didn't have to put that effort in. What's next? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do the other? Oh my God, it just drives you mental. Have a good day. Watch the webinar. Join me. Money, you can make more of. Time, you can't. I'm going to save you a hell of a lot of time. Let me tell you. If only I knew what I know now, I'd have shortened that time even more. That's what I'll do for you. See you now.